Welcome to part 2 of my mini studio unboxing. Last week I unboxed a new set of PreSonus Aris E 3.5 BT near-field speakers. This week I'm unpacking the interface for what I'm calling One Soul Thrust Studio B. So what interface did you get, Jag? I looked around at a lot of things. I definitely wanted something compact, something that was bus powered, something that I could actually put in a bag and take with me when I'm traveling, whether on vacation or going to do recording on a location somewhere. In our main studio, I use an Audient ID44. In my opinion, that's one of the best interfaces you can get. I really like it a lot. And I did consider getting an EVO4 or even just an ID4 or ID14. At the end of the day, though, I've always had a big interest in Focusrite. I ended up going with the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 3rd Gen. The specs on the 2i2 3rd Gen were just amazing. The reviews are really great. I also was really intrigued to get their red plugins and some of the other stuff that's included. So while I'm talking about that, let's look at the features. So the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 3rd Gen says here, 2 of the best performing mic preamps the Scarlett range has ever seen. It has switchable air mode, which gives your recordings a brighter, more open sort of sound. Has 2 high headroom instrument inputs for guitar and bass, which is mainly what I'll be using it for. 2 balanced line inputs for connecting line level sources. High performance converters enable you to record and mix at up to 24-bit 192 kilohertz. It includes Ableton Live Lite, Pro Tools First Focusrite Creative Pack. You get a free 3-month Splice Sound subscription with new Splice accounts. You get the Focusrite Red 2 and Red 3 plugin suite. That was one of the biggest selling features for me, was getting those 2 suites. Also, in addition, the Softube Time and Tone bundle was another selling point for me. You get a choice of 1 of 4 XLN Audio Addictive Keys virtual instruments. I'm not sure what I'll choose there. I'll play around with this a bit and decide what works for me there. And you also get access to the Focusrite plugin collective. So that's the quick rundown of the features and what's included with the Scarlett 2i2 3rd Gen. So very small package. I was actually surprised for some reason. I don't know. I thought it would be a little bit bigger than this. That's not a complaint. I just thought it was going to be a little bigger. The box has some nice heft to it, you know, and anytime you buy something, if it feels heavy, you think you've done right. So let's open this up and have a look. You've got your Scarlett experience starts here. So printed in the top of the box, you know, take it out of the box, plug it into the Scarlett, plug it into your computer, start recording. Okay, so there we are, nice. And another thing that really sold me, if some of you watched the unboxing for the Trinity Amps Tri-Watt, you'll know that red is my favorite color. So that was another selling point for this for me. Here's a front shot of the Scarlett 2i2. Pretty straightforward and simple front panel. You have your 2 input channels. These are both combination XLR TRS jacks. You have a gain control for each input. You have a switch that switches between instrument and line level for the 1/4-inch inputs. So if you're playing bass or guitar through this, you'd obviously switch that to instrument. Or if you're taking a line level in from some kind of processor, you'd switch that so that you had your line in levels. There's also on each channel this air control, which essentially just gives you a boost in the upper frequencies, providing a little bit more clarity and separation of your sounds. Over here on the main control section, you have a big volume knob, really nice, easy to reach over and grab. You have a stereo headphone output and a volume control for the headphone output. You have a push button switch for 48-volt phantom power. Both of these XLR jacks can provide phantom power, so if you're using a condenser mic or a lab mic or something like that, that's a really handy feature. And then you'll notice down here that there's the direct monitor switch. When you first turn this on, direct monitoring is off, and your monitoring will all be fed back from your digital audio workstation. If you find you're getting too much latency while tracking, you can turn on the direct monitoring feature. First press will enable it, I believe, to mono direct monitoring. In that case, the input 1 and input 2 jacks come out both sides of the stereo field. Another press on the direct monitor switch sets it to what they call stereo mode. So with direct monitor in stereo, it separates these input channels 1 and 2 to left and right. When you are running in direct monitor stereo mode, channel 1 comes out the left speaker or left headphone, and channel 2 comes out the right speaker or right headphone. I'm not sure if switching this direct monitor affects the signal coming in from your digital audio workstation. I'll let you know when I've had a chance to work with this. Here's a shot of the back of the 2i2. Apologize for the finger marks on there. One of the things about nice shiny surfaces is they also show up fingerprints and whatnot pretty easily, and I didn't notice that till I had taken this picture. So the back is pretty simple. We have a Kensington lock. Does anybody actually use those? I don't know. Here's the USB-C port, and the only other thing on the back is the line outputs right and left here. I just noticed, disregard, I've just been trying to figure out what this plus, minus, and all of these are for. Disregard that. That's the control panel from my ring light being reflected back. I didn't notice that when I was setting this up, but just disregard this here. That's not actually on the Focusrite. Controls feel good, look good. Like I say, I'm not reviewing these things right now. I'll play around with them for a bit before I do a review. I imagine about the only thing else included in the box is the USB-C cable. It's bus powered, as I said, so no power supply or anything. You just plug it into the Focusrite, plug it into the computer, bring up your digital audio workstation, and you're ready to record. So there we have it, my Focusrite 2i2 3rd Gen. After I've had a little time to play with this and the Aris speakers, I will probably do a combined review of the two down the road a ways. So thanks for watching today. Like and subscribe. Smash that like button down below. And leave me comments. Do you think I made the best choice?